Since Bitcoin fell below $60,000, we have seen some very, very interesting developments here because we've now started to come back up to try and attack this zone, and we've even got some evidence to suggest that institutional buying has been happening below the $60,000 price range. So the first thing I've got to say is that if you've been subscribed to this YouTube channel, if you've been listening to what I've been saying for a long time, you are not going to be surprised by any of this, because the number one idea that I've been putting forward with you guys on this channel, shout out to those of you smashing those likes up and subscribing, is that this market is designed to make retail panic sell at low prices and allow the real players who actually have those deep pockets to buy those cheap bitcoins before the price continues to move up, right? So I was saying this for a really long time. Everybody thought I was crazy. I still cannot understand why, because this isn't like I'm telling you anything groundbreaking about how the world works. But, you know, we are starting to see that happen now. And, you know, this makes total sense because we are now down, I mean, from the all-time high down to this low by 27%, which, you know, is a decent level for anyone that's serious to start at least considering you know, accumulating their bitcoins here. Now, here's the thing, is that since we actually set this low, it's been a very slow grind up. It's been 6-7 days now since we've set that low, and we are still just kind of getting rejected at this particular $60,000 price area. And you're going to remember that I was pointing out this exact Ichimoku cloud to you guys on this YouTube channel a long time ago, saying that, look, if Bitcoin slowly trends up into here, that is going to be how you get that really dangerous scenario, which really moves us toward the possibility of the market dumping down. So it really looks like that's what could be happening now. So far, we have continued to see phenomenal strength on the S&P 500, which definitely means that from a kind of, you know, more traditional finance perspective, we're still on the right track. You know, the dollar has also been moving down, and these things have resulted in upside for Bitcoin, right? We can clearly see that Bitcoin has been moving higher, you know, with these good developments here, but not high enough, in my opinion. And again, that key zone of resistance hasn't even been broken yet at $60,000. So that's really what the bulls need to reclaim at this stage in the market. They really need to get this thing above $60,000. And we're off to a good start, given that we've already been rejected off here twice, and we're finding support off this triangle, which previously was offering resistance at this line here, now offering support at around the mid $57,000 price area. So we're doing well from that perspective, and I think that as long as we are able to kind of hold above this particular level at, you know, the mid to high 57s, we are going to be good. If we lose it, then it's straight back down to this zone of support, which would probably set at about $55,000. But realistically, anything that we do which is kind of slightly bearish or slightly not great, to me, is really bad. You know, definitely a big problem, and it's not something that I would kind of expect to be optimistic about. With that said, something for you guys to be optimistic about is this huge offer that Blowfin is giving you guys, because when you do sign up using my link below, you are going to have extended access to this campaign here, where depending on your trading volume, you're going to get huge free prizes, whether that's just an Apple Watch or a Tesla Model 3, which is absolutely sick. You can get access to these huge bonuses just by trading on Blowfin, and they're going to give you thousands of dollars for free as well in bonuses when you start trading using my link here. So this is a phenomenal no KYC exchange, one of the best in the game, in my opinion, and Bybit remains the best in the game, the king of kings. If you're interested in trading on Bybit, then definitely check that out as well with the link below, because you are getting $30,000 for free to trade with. They are covering your losses. They're giving you free money to trade with, and if you make profits, you can withdraw them, and if you lose money, fuck it, it's their money, who cares? So super cool stuff there. But like I said, you know, we are seeing a really nice kind of, you know, so far development here where Bitcoin could be looking to get higher, and it's totally reasonable that we've seen a couple of rejections before we actually get above 60k as well, right? I can't really fault Bitcoin for that. This is a formidable zone of resistance. If we are able to get above it, then it's like I said, that next zone of resistance for me will be at about $64,000, and the key thing that I want is actually to backtest this zone and flip it as support. As soon as we can do that, we're going to get a really clear sign that actually this market is recoverable, and that actually we are able to start doing some really impressive things. Anything that kind of goes up to here is massive kind of you know, fake out territory, swing failure pattern, whatever you want to call it. We did it once down here, who's to say that we can't do it up top over here and then end up kind of falling down like this? I mean, that would be super possible. It is not something that I want to be blind to at all. I think most people will be blind to it, and you and I, we are not interested in having that fate. So, you know, we're going to make sure that if we do see the price come up here, we are going to be aware of the very genuine risk that Bitcoin could be faking out, just as it's done many times before. This time it would just fake out to the upside. Okay, it has happened before, it will happen again. So I think that's something to keep in mind. But as soon as you know that this level is kind of flipped into support, then you've got everything you need. And we're pretty close to that. So I think as far as those kind of things are going, Bitcoin is doing well, and that is obviously absolutely great. Now, if we don't hold this level, and if we do end up kind of falling down, I've already touched on this a little bit, but this is kind of the key support. We're at it right now. Any lower, and I think we're in trouble. If we take a look at the Fear and Greed Index, we have seen very, very low ratings here on the Fear and Greed Index, just kind of flatlining in extreme fear pretty much, which is good. You know, I mean, we're very, very low. There is still more room to drop, and, you know, in terms of price as well, like I said, I wouldn't really expect these other areas to support Bitcoin up. I just feel like the liquidity here is very low, and you're not really going to be expecting a lot of defense around these price areas. So I'm going to have to expect that we kind of fall down to the next, like, real support, which is going to be kind of, you know, 51, 52,000. Everybody and their grandmother's been talking about it, but that's what it is. You know, that's where it is. I can't fade that. And of course, below that, the much better area of support would be around $44,000, but that is still, you know, 13,000 above from where we are now. So I don't want to be having, you know, particularly premature conversations about support levels that we may or may not even reach. So, you know, I think that's something which is worth, you know, keeping on the table and considering. I'm definitely super open to it, but I'm not going to hold my breath for it. You know, I think that the key thing to be paying attention to at this stage is, you know, just seeing that we're very, very close to this resistance. We're making a genuine attempt to break it, and we've already tried twice. You know, the fact that Bitcoin hasn't seen a big rejection yet is a good sign. However, we do know just from the same analysis I was giving you guys days ago before we even got here, the longer we take to trade up, the more likely we are to actually start encountering resistance in these ranges. And, you know, it could actually even start looking a little bit like this, where you know that we've basically just started to form like some sort of a wedge, you know, which are typically kind of bearish patterns that do tend to break down, right? So again, just to kind of show you what I'm talking about here, you know, we pretty much did the same thing right here. You know, it's very, very clear. The market trends down, you form these wedges, the market trends down, you form these wedges, the market trends down. And obviously the last time that it happened in the exact same 4-hour Ichimoku cloud. So we do have a very similar setup here. And quite frankly, I think this is going to be a lot more dependent on things like traditional finance, and we're going to have to see how the rest of this trading session goes, which there's about 5 hours left, so there's quite a bit of time. And perhaps more importantly, how Friday's trading session tomorrow goes as well. So super important stuff there. If you have enjoyed this quick video, then do me a favor and smash those likes up. Double check that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. And like I said, huge bonuses waiting for you on this no KYC platform. Blowfin is definitely one of the better ones I've seen on YouTube, in crypto, and if you are interested in getting yourself in, you have huge bonuses available, whether that's just straight cash or cool tech, you know, that you can get when you do start trading using this platform. So super, super cool stuff. You know what to do if you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.